Taiwan ends nuclear power era. Fake flag ban post sparks police action. Northeast monsoon weakens, rain eases in south. India and Pakistan accuse each other of violating ceasefire deal. Putin says Russia is committed to restart talks with Kyiv. EU plans to end Russian gas imports by end of 2027. Elton John and Dua Lipa seek protection from AI. Bill Gates to give away $200 billion by 2045.
Hello, I'm Johnny. Thank you for joining us on Funday News. It's Monday, May 12th, International Nurses Day, and here are your top stories. In local news, mines and units shuts down May 17th, ending 47 years of nuclear energy and raising concerns over power supply, emissions, and electricity costs. Lawmakers push to extend plant lifespan from 40 to 60 years. Spent fuel will be moved from cooling, leaving room for a possible restart. A Facebook post falsely claimed Taipei mayor banned ROC's flag at a sports event but allowed China's. Police summoned the page's admin and slated him for spreading misinformation. Authorities confirmed the claim was fake. The event's organizers denied any such policy. The post went viral before being flagged by officials. The Central Weather Bureau reports that the northeast monsoon will weaken today, with temperatures rising to 25 to 28 degrees Celsius, while the front in the Bosch's channel weakens and moves east. Showers and thunderstorms will persist in the south and southeast. Rain will ease in southern Taiwan by afternoon. And in global news, India and Pakistan have accused each other of violating a ceasefire agreement that was reached on Saturday. In a statement, India's foreign secretary said that the ceasefire is being violated by Pakistan. The Indian army is retaliating and dealing with this border intrusion. He added, this intrusion is extremely condemnable and Pakistan is responsible for it. We believe that Pakistan should understand this situation properly and take appropriate action immediately to stop this intrusion.
In Islamabad, Pakistan's foreign ministry blamed Indian forces for initiating the ceasefire violation. The ministry said Pakistan remains committed to the agreement and that its forces were handling the situation with responsibility and restraint. They engaged in their worst fighting in decades last week, when India launched an assault on Pakistan in response to a deadly terrorist attack on April 22 in Kashmir, in which 26 people, mostly Indian tourists, were killed by militants India says were backed by Pakistan, a claim Pakistan denies. Almost 24 people were killed in the initial violence between the two countries, including India's strikes on what it said were terror camps, and the shelling in response by Pakistan.
President Vladimir Putin of Russia said early Sunday that his country is committed to restarting direct talks with Kyiv about ending their war, and suggested that the next discussions begin on May 15th in Turkey. He said he was scheduled to speak to Turkey's president later Sunday, with hopes of holding talks next week in Istanbul. There will be no preconditions on Russia's part. Putin said Ukraine had walked away from such talks in the past and had broken ceasefire agreements, though both sides have been blamed for attacks during the last three ceasefires.
He used language that expressed his desire for serious talks with long-term consequences, including a lasting peace. Putin's comments came almost immediately after leaders from the United Kingdom, France, Poland, and Germany threatened to increase sanctions against the nation if he did not accept an unconditional 30-day ceasefire starting Monday. Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, French President Emmanuel Macron, and German Chancellor Friedrich Merz made the demand for an unconditional ceasefire during a news briefing that included over 30 countries pledging to strengthen Ukraine.
The European Commission has published a roadmap outlining its plans to end Europe's reliance on Russian energy in the coming years. Under the plans, imports of all Russian gas and liquefied natural gas to European Union member states will be banned by the end of 2027. European Commissioner for Energy Dan Jorgensen said, "No more will we permit Russia to weaponize energy against us. No more will we indirectly help fill up the Kremlin's war chests."
No more. No more will we permit Russia to weaponize energy against us. No more will we allow our member states to be blackmailed.
The EU vowed to end its energy relations with Russia after Moscow launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022. A set of legislative proposals will be tabled in June asking all EU member states to make national plans to phase out Russian gas, nuclear fuel, and oil imports. Countries have also been asked to outline strategies for ending their reliance on Russia for uranium, enriched uranium, and other nuclear materials. The EU hopes to move away from Russian gas by enhancing energy efficiency, accelerating the deployment of renewable energy, and diversifying supplies.
Dua Lipa, Sir Elton John, Sir Ian McKellen, and Florence Welch are among a list of stars calling on the Prime Minister to update copyright laws in a way that protects them from artificial intelligence. A letter signed by more than 400 British musicians, writers, and artists addressed to Sir Keir Starmer says that failing to provide such protection would mean giving away their work to tech firms. Also at risk, they write, is the UK's position as a creative powerhouse.
They want the PM to back an amendment to the Data, Use and Access bill that would require developers to be transparent with copyright owners about using their material to train AI models. A government spokesperson said, "We want our creative industries and AI companies to flourish, which is why we're consulting on a package of measures that we hope will work for both sectors." Other signatories include author Kazuo Ishiguro, playwright David Hare, singers Kate Bush and Robbie Williams, as well as Coldplay, Tom Stoppard, and Richard Curtis. Sir Paul McCartney said he was concerned about AI ripping off artists, has also signed the letter.
Bill Gates pledged on Thursday to give away $200 billion via his charitable foundation by 2045 and lashed out at Elon Musk, accusing the world's richest man of killing the world's poorest children through massive cuts to the U.S. foreign aid budget. He said he was accelerating his plans to divest almost all of his fortune and would close the foundation on December 31st, 2045, years earlier than previously planned. His announcement follows moves by governments, including the Trump administration, to slash international aid budgets used to prevent deadly disease and famine.
Gates said he believed the money would help achieve several of his goals, such as eradicating diseases like polio and malaria, ending preventable deaths among women and children, and reducing global poverty. The U.S. cuts have been overseen by Musk, who has publicly bragged about feeding the U.S. Agency for International Development into the wood chipper, along with his Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. Around 80% of USAID programs are set to be cut. The agency spent $44 billion worldwide in fiscal year 2023. Gates told the Financial Times, "The picture of the world's richest man killing the world's poorest children is not a pretty one."
The answer for last week was C, containment. The government implemented strict measures for the containment of the virus. Did you answer correctly? Now let's delve into today's news. Elton John and Dua Lipa seek protection from AI. Number 1, amendment. 修正案. The government proposed an amendment to the current tax law. Number 2, signatory. 签署人. The signatories of the peace treaty met for the first time in 10 years. Number 3, flourish. 兴旺繁荣. The arts flourish in cities with vibrant cultural scenes. Now we have a question for you. You can write your answer in the comment section, and the correct answer will be announced tomorrow. The International Council of Nurses has celebrated May 12th since 1965. It marks the anniversary of the birth of Florence Nightingale, who is widely considered the founder of modern nursing. In January 1974, this day was officially designated as International Nurses Day. Each year since then, the ICN has prepared and distributed the International Nurses Day Kit, which contains educational and public information materials for use by nurses everywhere. Thank you for tuning in to today's Funday News. You can watch our news from Monday to Friday and click the link below to join Funday for free. I'll see you next time.